Okay, here we are in the West End of London, and I'm here with the Orange County metalcore rockers, Atreyu, who've got a brand new album out, Long Live, which is out in September actually, like this year. And I'm here with Marc and Brandon. Marc, Brandon, how are you two guys?
Fantastic.
I'm good.
Yeah, fighting through some jet lag, but all in all, fantastic.
I feel strong.
Good.
Like I can lift a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's surprising considering the album launch last night here in London. Just a few days after you played in America, and I heard it was quite a messy night.
Oh, it was a doozy. But you know what? We like to have fun.
Real late.
We like to have fun.
I headbutted people, I think. I woke up with bruises. None of that's real.
Obviously, with the compliments of Trooper Beer, which made the night go ahead quite well.
And
was a strong bass rider.
Yeah.
And anyway, let's talk about the album Long Live, because you've been on a hiatus for 6 years, and it's your first album in since 2009, Congregation of the Damned. And is Atreyu a happy camp now? Is it a happier camp than it was when you first went on hiatus?
Absolutely.
Well, it wasn't necessarily an unhappy camp back then either. It was just like, we were just exhausted.
Yeah.
And we needed to just hit a pause button and take a break and step back and remember who we are as humans without Atreyu. You know what I mean? We wanted to be stationary with his wife, and well, I mean, I wasn't stationary with your wife.
Yeah.
You were stationary with your wife.
Yeah. You wanted to hang out with my wife.
I wanted to hang out with his wife a lot. They didn't know about that till now. This is weird.
Yeah.
No, we all had things to do. Like, I'm an artist as well. Like, is almost as much as I am, or more than I am a musician. So I wanted to do that. You know, Travis plays and other stuff as well. Alex started a gym and is fucking killing it. Dan started a merch company and is like doing very well with that. He can speak for himself.
I started another band. I started doing songwriting and for bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to do other things, and it wasn't necessarily we wanted to do other things. We just needed to stop doing Atreyu. And when we stopped doing it, it was like, let's press pause. This could be a forever pause button. This could be a 2-month pause button. This could be whatever 4.5-year pause button, which it ended up being.
I think we all had intentions to come back. It was just a question mark as far as when, you know.
Yeah.
So where did the idea of Atreyu getting back together, where did that original idea stem from? Who called who?
It started with Dan.
Yeah.
Dan kind of started...
About yearly would poke.
Yeah, we would like yearly kind of poke at us, and then about 2 years ago, he kind of started chirping in our ears a little bit heavily, and it wasn't right. You know, it was multiple times. It was like, no, like I'm busy doing this, or I just don't feel the need to write this music or do this right now, and it just wasn't there yet. But that was kind of a big point, was that when we did come back, we wanted to come back because we like needed it, you know, like in our lives. So we started talking like this past summer, and that was when we had more serious discussions of what we wanted to do, and decided to take it slow, maybe just try to write some music, see how that felt, play maybe a show or two, see how that felt. Subsequently, they both felt fantastic. So we continued doing it, and here we are with a new label and a new record coming out, and we're playing some really awesome shows and kind of reconnecting with a lot of old people and a lot of new people that never seen us before. So
There's a lot of new energy there.
Oh yeah, it's the energy within the band is I feel it's like you couldn't calculate it. It's kind of insane. I think that we all have this kind of the same fire in our belly that we did when we were like 16 years old, and you're just starting a band, and like you get the fucking jitters when you go on stage, and like when the show's over, you're like pissed about it, you know. And you know, we've never had 2 days of press ever, like just like hanging out solid, and like everyone's still in a great mood, and like we're tired and everything's happened, but we're just like happy to talk about the band and happy to be here, and just like I personally feel fortunate that like we can go away for almost 5 years and not play a single show and say a single word about our band, and have like exponentially grown over that time, which is baffles my mind.
Like the energy coming from each of us for this rebirth, if you will, I guess this round two. It's like just a fucking fire hose with an inexhaustible supply of water. Not California supply of water, but like somewhere else, like Scotland, where it rains a lot. You know, we were just the hose goes straight in the ocean. Like we just like every single thing we do, we love it.
Yeah.
Each song we wrote came out so easily and was perfect for exactly what we wanted to do. Every single aspect of this comeback has been perfect. Every show, the fans are fucking phenomenal. Like to feel that love again. Like I kind of forgot what that felt like. You played shows. You understood, but like we played Chain Reaction, and there were 400 people, and then 100 of our friends in that room, and like by song 3, I felt like I just jumped in the ocean. I'm so sweaty and I'm exhausted, and we had 14 more fucking songs to go. Like it was like I've never felt I don't even think in our career before that much love. Like
I can relate it to. I mean, like I said before, when we stopped playing, I started another band called Hell or High Water, and that was a new experience for me. And every show was like there was proving ground, and you had that excitement of like, oh, I cannot wait to like get out there and show people what we are. And I feel like it's awesome because being in a band for as long as we have, like that was cool because it was brand new in every way. Now this again it almost feels very similar because it's like I said, I feel like I did when I was young. It's like I just want to get out there and like I want people to hear these new songs. I want to play shows again. I want to do this. So it's cool to be 31 and like get to go out on stage with your friends and have it feel new and exciting. Which is like I feel like most people get very jaded by this business and a lot of bands just kind of keep going and they're on autopilot and I think that's a horrible thing because
you
can't autopilot art.
Fuck no.
So
it's true and it's real and we're not coming back to make some money or some fucking legacy act cash smack grab whatever fucking riot nonsense like. We're here to last. We're long live.
You're still young boys as well.
Yeah, Like we love
more gas in the tank.
We love
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
We love it, and that's all that matters.
And describe the first meeting together when the band first got all back together and you did a jam. What was that like?
Well, it was in Huntington Beach, California.
Yes.
And it's at a place called Gyukaku with Japanese barbecue.
It's a
and
restaurant.
you order your meat raw and you cook it yourself in front.
Yeah.
Is this too?
No.
Too many details.
Too many details.
Carry on, you make me hungry.
Travis was wearing a hat.
I had a Sapporo, and
We had a picture and we all shared it.
yeah. No, we got together. We had dinner. We talked about things. I believe the first time we met up was at my house. It was the first time we met up.
For writing?
And
we were writing your place.
was at my house, and it was like, hey guys, you got this riff. What do you think? It was like,
We
that
wrote 2
sounds
songs
cool.
that day.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds cool. We started fucking with ideas, and we had So Others May Live. That was the first song that we wrote. So from then, it just felt good and better and better and better, and that turned into, all right, great, let's make an album. And then we did that in the same process. We just kind of would meet up at my house or our studio, our practice studio in Anaheim, and just kind of like very casual, very fun, and it just kind of like song vomit, just kind of started flowing.
I noticed you didn't really keep it a secret from the fans. You were teasing the fans over the last year on social media like Facebook and just push up the logo. And what was the reaction from the fans been?
It's been crazy. I mean, I think our whole perspective on the way that we, I guess, teased people before they knew we were coming back was, so it was more for us. I think it was like, let's put some vague fucking piece of nothing on the internet and see who cares. And then all of us got slapped in the face with the reaction of like, holy shit, like people want this. So I think, I mean, the whole process, we like to just, I've said this before, but like our this record is, obviously we needed to make this record, we wanted to make it, but like, I feel like we also had a big part of us want to make a record for our fans because they've all stuck around and there's so many new ones that have never even seen us yet. So, it's just the little teases and all that stuff, just trying to keep people posted and like, let them know what we're doing, but not letting them know too much.
Yeah. And it's great actually because you shot a video for So Others May Live.
Yeah.
And it's a great sort of live shot of you in action. Where was that filmed?
It was in the observatory in Orange County. We did 2 nights there last December. What we did, one was the full curse, front to back.
10-year anniversary.
Yeah, and we had a whole like to do with that where they did some interviews and it was pretty fun. And then the second night was where we filmed that.
Yeah.
And it was just like both nights were sold out, but like it was
our first proper home show in like a long time. Like when the first show we did back was at a very, very like underworld size venue in like it was kind of our stomping grounds in Orange County, and that was our first show back. So we had done like a festival in Southern California too, but this was our first like proper bigger venue headline show. So what better place to capture, a new song and stuff like that. But it was crazy. Like Orange County's always treated us very well. A lot of people don't get lucky in having such a supportive hometown. A lot of bands, especially bands that tour, don't necessarily have like their best town like be their hometown because they're always somewhere else. But Orange County's always just treated us so good, so it worked out perfect.
Fantastic. And it was only like a couple of weeks ago we had Record Store Day, which was a day to promote vinyl records, and you finally got to release your first 7-inch vinyl. It was So Others May Live.
Yeah.
And it's quite a collector's item actually, because on the B side you got When the Day Is Done, which is only available on that 7-inch. That's a real collector's item. So what did it mean to you to finally see in your hands an Atreyu vinyl?
For me, that was fucking awesome because we've had vinyl pressings of all of our albums so far, and that's rad. And but we've never had a 7-inch. And we grew up in the hardcore scene, especially in Orange County, the hardcore scene around in the States, like 7 inches were huge. Every band was doing a 7-inch or a split 7-inch with another band, and we never did it. I don't know why, we just never did it. So it's rad to come back at this point of our career and have our first 7-inch, and like everything just worked out so great. Like Marc did all the artwork for it.
That was the first time I ever made anything for an album art for this band. I like had to hand in everything since I've been in the band, but this was the first one I'd actually done. And him and I, like literally, as easy as the songs came out, we just kind of shout out that.
Yeah, that
while we were in the studio, like doing, Dan's recording guitar. I'm like, so what should we do? He's like, what's that one photo you took in Iceland? Blah blah. Like whatever. We scroll through my fucking Instagram. And like, that one. I'm like, oh, I actually have a high res shot of that too. Let's see what that's like. Pull that up, find it. Cool. All right, there's a cover.
Yeah.
What else? Like, it was just easy.
Yeah, it was fun. But I think it's great. And I think Record Store in general is fantastic. Yeah. I mean, I think that obviously, it's not a new thing, but I mean, vinyl's obviously never gone away, but vinyl's become much more in the forefront of music. People are collecting and people are caring more about that, which I think is awesome because it brings back, it's very strongly bringing back the physical aspect of music and the physical copy of music, and I think it's just such a great thing to be involved in something like that, and the fact that we got to release something new for that is awesome too. So,
do you have actually a vinyl player yourself in your own homes? You do, you know? Do you have a big collection or not?
No, I mean, I just started collecting. I've had like records here and there, but I just kind of started collecting again maybe like a year and a half ago. And it started with, like, my wife got me a new record player and a few records for a few Christmases ago. Yeah. And there's just something about, to me, I love collecting. I love like getting a cool color or getting something rare or just having that. But there's something about the ritual to me. It's like it's amazing how much better your life quality gets when you wake up in the morning, you pour yourself a cup of coffee, and you go and you pick a record and you put on the record and you just fucking sit there and like listen to music, and like it's at an older age it's like so much cooler to have the actual attention span to go, oh, I'm forced to just put this on and listen to the whole damn thing.
Exactly, you've got no choice, you have to listen to it. And
it just opened up, like other than just being like a cool item to have, like I feel like vinyl is it's a great thing for a music listener because it really like it puts you in the perspective where you have to enjoy the whole record. There's no skipping songs. You can, but it's like you want to just sit there and put it on and let it be.
That's the difference between like the 70s and like the 90s where it comes CD age, and the 70s all the classic albums. But they were classic albums because we know the album inside out. Where we even skip things.
Even our record, even Long Live, like when we were doing the cycle, Dan, actually our guitar player, was like, we were doing this whole the album sequence.
There it is.
And he was like, oh cool. He's like, his idea ended up being what the sequence is in the album, and he was like, I want you to think about this as side A and side B.
And I love your response to that initially. It's like, it's not a fucking vinyl.
Initially I was like,
but I was like, no, it makes total sense. Like, it's great.
Initially I was like, well, fucking the majority of people are going to be listening to this on their iPod, so it's not a vinyl. But when you think about it like that, it's like, it's perfect because you have your side A and it ends perfectly, and then side B starts in a whole new experience. But I love that about records, and but this was actually my first record store day that I've actually gone out and got some stuff. I unfortunately missed out on most of the actual record store day releases that I was looking for, but I got some cool stuff nonetheless.
Excellent. And you're playing the Camden Underworld in a couple of days' time. It's sold out, and but you'll be back in the UK soon, actually, in August, end of August. You're playing the Reading Festival and Leeds Festival. Yeah. And you sort of give a little secret away there. You're saying you're playing the pit stage, so I can only assume you're playing on the same day as Metallica.
I don't know what day we're playing yet, but that would be cool if we played the same day.
Yeah, that would be.
Have you shared a stage with Metallica before?
In Sonosphere, 2010, in Switzerland. Actually,
and we also actually the last Reading and Leeds that we played, we actually played the same day as Metallica at the same time.
Oh wow!
Did we?
Oh, what? You was another stage?
Yeah, they were main. We were second stage.
Yeah. Was that Reading and Leeds, man? I don't think that was.
That was Reading and Leeds. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. It was that was. What's the one in Germany? Rock 'em Ring, Rock 'em Park.
Yep.
Excuse me. Well, we played at the same time as Metallica.
I was like, it must be easy to get mixed up with what town and city you're in at a certain time.
That for me always gets mixed up because it's the only other like 2 day. Oh, they're all 2 day, but it's like Reading and Leeds, Rock 'em Ring, Rock 'em Park. Like,
that's normally next stop.
To just fuck your world up. I think it's Rock 'em Ring, Rock 'em Park, and isn't there a third one too?
Oh, so many in Germany.
Either way.
But yeah, we've played with Metallica before, which is fucking crazy.
You fans of Metallica?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not like super fan of Metallica, but like
Yeah, but there's nothing like when you're in like 5th grade and a fucking 13-year-old piece of shit, and you hear like Enter Sandman, and you're like, what?
I actually appreciate Metallica more now than I did when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was just like a punk rock kid, and all I wanted to do was like listen to like.
But you still
Rancid and the Germs.
Yeah.
And I heard Metallica, but it was like it was fucking awesome.
Because you were sort of born around the time when Metallica sort of brought out Kill 'Em All, so you've got Metallica later.
Yeah, I was born Kill 'Em All, but like when I was a teenager and like music started mattering to me, it was like getting into like Load. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which everyone talks shit. I fucking think.
I like that album actually as well. It's been underrated.
But
no good name.
It's not fash, but it's a good metal album.
It's fucking cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, by me saying, "Oh, I think Load's a fucking great album," it very much explains the band that I'm in because we have fucking records that are, you know, curveballs and different whatever. Like, do whatever the fuck you want, you know.
And let's describe the sound of your band actually, because it's quite metal, hardcore, and there's a little bit of melody there, and a lot of that comes from your vocals actually, and it's quite unique because you're a drummer as well.
Yeah.
And like Karen Carpenter, she could play the drums and sing at the same time. She gave that game up straight away. So with all that energy going on, how do you keep your voice in such fine fettle when you're on stage?
I just don't think about it.
Like he like smokes cigarettes and drinks like like a fish, but it just still comes out like an angel.
I say it's a very good, smooth and clear voice. You know?
The reason I started singing in the first place is because I was able to is because I would always just sing along with what Alex was doing, and like just because it's almost like I'm a listener. I'm a fan of our own band. So while I'm playing, it's like I just sing this shit anyways because it's like, so when I started doing it, it just came across easy. And the only times I've ever come into a problem is when I'm like, okay, let's really think this out and make sure I can whatever. I can't do it, but it's like if I can walk down the street, juggle, and fucking write an essay at the same time. But if I thought about what I was doing, I would drop everything and get hit by a car.
So did the vocals for Atreyu, did it come across by accident? Like you say, you were singing along and one day you thought, wait a minute.
Honestly, yeah, the reason I started singing Atreyu was it was all just Alex, and I had like literally a couple lines here and there that I would sing. And then myself and Dan were in like a pop rock band in high school, and our singer wasn't working, so I started I had written a song, and we recorded it with my vocals so that everyone can know whatever, and it was like Dan was like, holy shit, like you can sing, like, this is awesome, you should start singing more. So we just started singing more, and it was like okay, and then it's funny because
Dreaming in Blue.
Yeah, and it's funny because all that happens, it's like, oh, let's just start singing more, and then like that turned into like a thing. You know?
It works incredibly well. But how do you decide who sings what parts of the song? Like, do you write your own lyrics? Because I know sort of
Alex.
most of them,
I would say Alex writes about 99.6% of the lyrics. Mm-hmm. There's been a few songs here and there where maybe I wrote the chorus or something like that. But
I throw in pre-choruses here and there.
Yeah,
but yeah, mainly it's
he's the lyric guy, and what's really cool is like a lot of times I'll either have a melody in my idea or something, and he'll then write lyrics to it. But a lot of times, even on this record, like I'll be like, "Hey man, I'm gonna send you a voice note of this melody," and then he would go to write lyrics to it, but in his head he would like forget it and write a melody to something totally different. Yeah. And then it would be like, "Oh no, but that's actually cooler. Like what you did to the wrong melody actually works." And
it was fun on this process because like we'd be in the studio and Alex would come in and he'd have his lyrics and he would do his part, and then we're like, "Okay, let's do like a scratch vocal before I start." And here's what I'm kind of thinking. He goes like sings like blah blah blah, blah, and he'll admit he's like doesn't have a great singing voice. So he's just sitting there. He's like, this is the kind of thing. And Brandon's like, okay. He thinks about it for a little bit, thinks about it, and then just fucking belts it. Just fucking nails it. And they'll be like, okay, and he'll be like, well, maybe change this and
can I switch to or to and
yeah, and I add like a plus here, etc. etc. And it's just fun to see like it goes back to what he's saying and where he doesn't think about it.
Yeah,
like he literally like you just go in and you don't overthink it. Like Alex just handed him this thing, and so he just made it brilliant. And it's kind of cool.
And over the years, you've done a few sort of cover versions like Faith No More, Epic, and A Distance, Clean Sheets, sort of been bonus tracks on albums. But there's one that surprised me, when it's on the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah. It's Bon Jovi, You Give Love a Bad Name.
Yeah.
And he sort of kept close to the original, except for the screaming vocals. But where did that idea come from?
It's funny about that song because it was almost like it was an afterthought.
That was the first song I was ever on.
Yeah, that was the first song Marc ever recorded with us, and it was on like basically like a re-release of it was The Curse, right?
Yeah.
And it was on like a 2.0. The record label wanted to do a new whatever the fuck they do to push album sales.
That was pre.
It was The Curse.
But it was pre-release.
Yeah, it was the version 2.
It might have been like deluxe version.
It was.
Okay.
But they wanted something new content, like let's do a cover song, and Alex just said let's do fucking Bon Jovi, and it was really like everyone agreed. So we went and did it, and then it came out, and then it never has gone away.
Yeah.
Like
we tried to stop playing it.
Yeah, we tried, and it's just like people, and it's funny because like people try to knock it, and it's like, oh, you're fucking still playing Bon Jovi, and it's like because when we play it, people go fucking ape-ball. It's fucking crazy to go ape shit. And it's like everyone knows Bon Jovi, everyone knows that song, so it's worked out good. I mean, it's funny because we did like, Faith No More, we did fucking Descendants, and we even did that EP of, we did a tour where we did like an EP of covers with all the other bands, and it's like we've dug pretty deep into the covers.
We played on that. We did Aerosmith, Living on the Edge.
Yeah.
And we played that song once in San Francisco, and we're like,
yeah, no, let's not do that.
There we go.
But, yeah, it's just worked
Let's
out.
put Bon Jovi in that slot.
I mean, fucking Jersey's finest. You can't fucking go wrong.
Yeah.
One of these days we need to get fucking old John out to a show and just sing.
We played it in Jersey a couple days ago.
Oh,
They lost
cool,
their fucking tits.
Which is actually funny because we told them, in no disrespect to the boss, but Alex was joking on stage. He's like, we're gonna do a cover song by Jersey's finest, Bruce Springsteen, and the crowd was not happy. No, just like, it was like fuck, like everyone was like, oh, just kidding.
And so going back to that Bon Jovi song, was it one of these sort of songs, it's sort of the pop rock songs, and it's easy to knock, but when you actually perform it yourselves, you realise there's a very strong structure behind that song.
Oh yeah, that's why I think it works, is because, especially the way we did it, we kind of just made it a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more heavy. That song fucking kills live.
Yeah.
It's a great tempo, great fucking energy to it. Like, Bon Jovi does not write bad songs. Even today, he still writes good songs.
You're right, actually. As much as we like to knock him, he's still got the goods.
Hey, you can't be the truth, It's real.
And what music do you listen to at home? What's like you, Marc?
Oh fuck! It's just I run the gamut, friend. Like I'm really into this dude named Sturgill Thompson. It's like this country singer. It's like I don't love new country. Like I'm from Southern Alabama. I grew up in Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson and all that. But this is a new country that I'm super into. So his new record is brilliant. I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar randomly, his new record, which is just weird. But then I've been listening to like North Lane as well. Like that's a heavier band. Man, I listen to a lot of classical. I listen to a lot of instrumental shit. Like,
that's a
lot. I'm a weird dude as far as that goes.
How about you, Brandon?
Unlike, I listen to a lot of what most people would consider guilty pleasures, but I'm like a grown adult, so I don't believe in that concept. Like my last...
So there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure, really.
I think once you're past the age of like 19, it's just pleasure. It's just pleasure.
No guilt.
I mean, like some of my current big records, I mean, new and old. My wife just got me the first Traveling Wilburys record on vinyl.
Oh, right. I'm on vinyl, so I'll get older, actually.
Yeah, fucking awesome. I've been listening to a lot of Nick Jonas, which is, everyone would think that's silly, but it's a great pop record. I love The Neighborhood. I've been listening to a lot of In Flames. It's really all over the place.
One thing I did want to say that I just thought of, the Marmosets.
Oh, Marmosets.
They're you've heard of them, yeah?
No.
They're a UK band, a young, like youthful sons of bitches. They're fucking impressive.
Yeah,
like,
they're good.
They're really good. And one of my friends is a designer in the UK sent me like one of their songs a while ago. I was like, yeah, it's a good song, and didn't really stick on. And then I saw them with Every Time I Die in the Used in Orange County.
Yep.
Fucking blown away. Like in 2006, we played Give It a Name in Manchester, and this little band opened on the small, tiny side stage over there called Paramore.
Yeah.
And I was watching them, I'm like, that band's gonna be really fucking big. They're gonna be big. I feel that same thing about Marmosets. Like you watch them play, and like they just don't give a fuck. They're up there and they're just spewing like brilliant music, and just they love what they're doing. And it was fun to watch.
Excellent.
We actually played with a band. We played with a band on Saturday in New Jersey, called Old Wounds. That is fucking great. They're like a very like reminiscent of like late 1990s hardcore, just like aggro. Not what anything else sounds like today in the hardcore scene. They're awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, our musical
Straight
tastes... Straight from the path, yeah.
Straight from the path.
Our musical tastes are very vast, I would say.
Of course, that gets incorporated into your sound of Atreyu.
That's why we can take so many left curves and curveballs, because we're all influenced by infinitely different things.
Yeah, for sure.
And what was the first record you bought as a youngster?
Fuck.
First cassette, first thing I ever bought was me and my brother went in together and we bought 2 cassettes. We bought Beastie Boys' License to Ill, and we bought the Radiohead Creep single.
Oh, right, yeah.
To which we listened to Creep. And then listen. I mean, you remember tapes like that's so annoying. You listen, you had to fucking rewind it. I remember we went to Big Sur with my dad, and we listened to just the song Creep like probably 40 times in a row. And then my dad took the tape out of the tape player and threw it in the back of the van. Yes. That's not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah. No more swearing.
We absolutely will not listen to this song again. I don't. He doesn't give a shit about it. My dad's always really cool. He's an old hippie, you know, so he didn't care about anything else other than the fact that he just didn't want to hear that goddamn song.
The first thing I bought was Dookie by Green Day.
Oh, right, yeah.
And OK Computer, I believe, was around that time period as well. Because I remember, this is a little bit sidetracked from that, but I remember the first time I heard Paranoid Android by Radiohead, like, I didn't understand music could do that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand, that song takes you on a fucking journey.
Yeah, yeah.
It goes all these different places, it's not verse, chorus, whatever. And there's just so many different layers and how it builds and the gradients and how that, like, that song fucked me up. Like, when I first heard it, like, that changed, that made me want to be a musician, you know? And then hearing Green Day as well, like, hearing that record, you're just like, fuck, I can do this. You know? Like, so there's that, like, sort of like, oh, it's just 3 of them? Like, yeah, like that. Like, I can write those songs.
Any kid that I highly recommend young kids to start with punk rock music. Because it's fantastic, it's powerful, it's energetic, it's full of passion, but it is the ultimate fucking push for little kids to go, I could fucking do this. Because punk is like, playing punk music is not hard. You just have to fucking feel it and it has to be right.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to be like, I can fucking do this. And like, there's a lot of bands that exist, I think, because they started with punk rock music.
Yeah, you don't have to be good.
A lot of bands fucking start with metal, and the kids are probably just like, I can never fucking do that. And they get discouraged or whatever. But like, I started with
good point,
Sex Pistols and fucking the Germs and shit like that. And, you know.
Yeah, same.
Fantastic. Let's follow up this interview up. What unfulfilled ambitions have you got for Atreyu? Where would you like to see the band go in the future?
I mean, we just want to have fun.
Yeah, I don't think we don't have any like set goals or set journeys we want to go on. We just want to have fun. And we just want to take it, day by day. As like lame as that sounds, like we want to just enjoy this moment, enjoy this interview, and enjoy the next show tomorrow night, and then just wherever it takes us, it takes us. We love doing this.
I feel like a thing that was decided with the band when we came back was that, we might not tour like we used to tour. We might not put out a record like we used to put out our records like every fucking 2 years, whatever. But the main goal was, like, the most important thing with this band is that it's just fun. So in whatever capacity that is, like, that's why I think the record being called Long Live is like people should know that we will never go away. Whatever capacity that means we are active, this band will never go anywhere, because the only goal we have is, like, continue forever and just have fun. Like, don't let the business get to us. Don't let the fucking politics get to us. Don't let the bullshit that this industry is get to us. Just, like, go out, fucking, give everything we can on stage, get as creative as we can be in the studio, and just, like, do what we do,
Fantastic. Great talking to you.
Yeah, same.
Marc, Alex, long live Atreyu. Yeah, what's that?
It's Brandon though.
Sorry, Alex disappeared, sorry. I know I get it wrong again. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Marc and Brandon.
It's all good.
Fantastic talking to you.
All good.
Atreyu, all the best for the future.
Perfect.
Thank you.